A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you? Everyone, where you are watching me from, this is Elaine, and today's video is about how I prepared the brooder since I was going to bring in new chicks. Guys, it was really tiresome. I got tired. Time came in when I was not seeing, but I had to keep looking around as I brought in chicks at the end. Guys, hey, stay tuned, guys. Let's watch this video together and see how the day went for me as I was arranging the brooder. Guys, this room, the previous brooder, was full of dust, mist. It had a lot of feeders, drinkers, everything. I was turning it to be a store, but I had to arrange, to clean, to sweep, and I prepare for our new baby chicks. So here, as you see, I swept, I cleaned, I removed all unwanted things in the room. Then I tried to sweep it, as also power was a problem to me. Power was on and off, but at the end it stabilized and I had to continue everything. And I finished up as you are watching in the video. Guys, if you are new here, please consider subscribing, and if you are my returning subscriber, I really appreciate, I love you guys. And if you are new here for the first time, please consider subscribing. Let's watch these chicks as they are growing. Let's see how are they going to grow. Are they going to grow fast? Are they going to grow, all of them, as you will see them in the video? But just know, today it was a busy day for me. It's a Monday, 4th August, and I had to prepare this brooder since the chicks were coming on the 5th of August on Tuesday. I had to pick them all up and I supplied them to my clients, and I had to remain with 50 of them, which I had to keep to blood for my client. And on next Tuesday, the upcoming Tuesday, I'm bringing in more 300 chicks for clients who wanted the blooded ones. Guys, hey, this day I reached a time when I couldn't even look, I couldn't stand, but just know everything went on smoothly and I managed everything. Remember, aside there is the big chicken. They are also next in the other rooms, as the brooders are also in just next to the big chicken. But so guys, it was not easy, and remember, I have sinuses, but I had to manage, and I finished each and everything that night. I had nothing to do. Since I'm the one to prepare, I cannot hire anyone. You know, even if I hire anyone, they will not do what you would like to do. So it's better I put a hand on what I want to do, slowly by slowly, then I will make it. So this is a day before I brought in the new baby chicks, and this is when I cleaned this brooder room. As you see on the screen, there was too much dust, yet even I opened the window, but guys, too much dust, just to know. But nothing to do, I had to bear with the situation, and I prepared a brooder. So the power came back. I had to continue since it's still dark, and as usual, here power can go off at any time and it comes back anytime it wants, so we cannot predict it. But since I'm going to prepare a brooder, I'm already prepared. I have charged all the lights. I have like 4 lights which I can use to to make my chicks eat and also to get enough light if power when goes off for a longer time. It was really a bit hectic since the poop was sticked down, and I remember when I just removed the old chickens, I cleaned, but since it was still fresh, some poop was already in the watery state, so that's why when it dried, then it looks like there is so much poop. But just know I'm just scratching down to make sure at least nothing is remaining. As I was sweeping as well as scratching, I will also packing whatever I'm collecting, since I had a small bag and I couldn't wait to have a big bag, because if you put in a big bag, then it will be hard for me to shift to the garden. This manure will go direct in our kitchen garden, since it's already months past, so it's really ready and pure to be our manure. So from the brooder, I just put this dust or the manure in, or the chicken poop in our garden, since it has already transformed from chicken poop to manure. So I had to get a small sack whereby at least my son can also be able to lift it, since it's not too big and it will not be too heavy. So guys, just know this was a long waited time, whereby every day I was like, I have to prepare the brooder, but guys, hey, until I saw that days were done, I was remaining with the only one night and I was like, it's time, girl, you need to go and prepare. The baby chicks will not know that you had too much work, but you have to preserve time and you do it. So that's when I had to get all what is needed. Then I started. Sometimes I use child labor. They are not as kids as such. They are like 14, 10, but you know, here in Uganda, when you're staying in the village, at that age, the kids can really work. So since we are trained to work when we are just 7, by 14, you can stand in a situation. So since it is school time, I could not use these kids. So I had to do everything by myself. But during holidays, I use these kids, and at least they can afford something to put in their pocket for school, and also to buy some requirements for themselves. So guys, it's not like maybe in your country here kids work and they get some small money. Even some parents depend on that money, so they will give you their kids, they work, then you pay them. So guys, that's why I explained, because I don't want you to say that I use kids, but just know, even sometimes they come begging on their needs, they need some work to do, and I pay them, even their parents. So that's why at least it helps these kids to be ready for the future. As you know, anything can happen and the parents are no more. That is the reason why we are trained to do house duties and to work a bit hard labor, so that at least we are prepared for the upcoming. The time came in, guys, I had to also prepare the drinkers. So since I'm expecting to be having 350 chicks, so So I have to arrange everything, though this time around I first brought in 50 chicks, and the rest were all sold off. So in total I took 21 trays at the Ashley, and I had to sell 15 trays were for my one client, the chicks, and the 52 were for another client. Then the remainder was mine. So this time around they are 41. So guys, let us see how they are going to grow. So I had to continue, and I washed the drinkers to get prepared also for the coming weeks, since the other chicks are coming on next Tuesday. So when we are preparing the drinkers, you make sure that they are clean, mostly the covers or the down ready part. It has got a small hole in the middle where the drinkers stands. So at least you make sure that you get something which can clean in that small tiny hole, and you prepare everything. So I had to go on preparing, arranging, cleaning, washing everything. But this time around I didn't wash the feeders, because in the first 1 week or the 7 days, these chicks are going to be feeding on egg trays, the paper trays. At least they can be able to reach food. So in the next 7 days after they have alive, that's when they will use the feeder. So this time around I didn't want to wash the feeders, since they will get mess, they will get dust. So I just counted them, I arranged them. They are ready to be washed on Saturday, such that by Monday or by Tuesday I will be able to introduce these feeders. So as I went on, I had to finish. I had to arrange where I'm working from, to wash everything, to wash the basin, and to wash my shoes. These shoes are the one I'm using when I'm inside my chicken, since they are, first of all, they protect me from this chicken. They know they like to pick my nails, so I'm protected, and also I'm not able to transfer some diseases from outside to inside. Though I leave them outside the door, but I dip them every time I'm entering in my chicken. So I wash them at least to make sure that they are clean also, since sometimes when I'm bringing in water they get messed. So when I finish washing my shoes, I wash the basin. Remember, they are the basins I'm using. I don't have separate basin, but though I have to leave them clean, and I put everything inside the house to get ready for our chicks. After then, I had to sweep, to clean, at least to make sure that the place is tidy. I had to start also sweeping, cleaning everything, as you see in the video. I continue sweeping, cleaning, and making sure that my compound is tidy and nothing where, not like where there is no one to sleep. So as you're watching the video, guys, I was sweeping at some time, and this of my son brought so it's like COVID. Oh my God, I'm living with him, but nothing to do as I'm the one to do all the house duties. So guys, I had to sweep. My compound is a big to sweep, and too much dusty. It has a lot of dust. So, but if I leave the dust here in the compound, my daughter, she likes to come in this dust and play in this dust. So at the end of the day, she will look like exactly like this dust. So I try to sweep it a bit deeper as I remove it, so that she can not to play in too much dust, but I cannot refuse her to play. So I leave her to enjoy. That's why I poured water in that part where you see, so that she cannot play in that dust. Thereafter, I took a short shower and I had to arrange the brooder pots. As you see, I had to first make the charcoal stove hot. As it became more hot, then I poured everything in the pot. Then I left it to get enough air, and I went inside to divide this brooder, as you see, and also to put the sack bag. So I use this sack bag as my brooder papers, since the brooder papers are expensive and they are not reusable. So I was like, no, I will use these sacks, the one which I bring in the feeds already. So I kept all these sacks, and they helped me a lot, and they are really going to work for me. So before I went in to vaccinate our baby chicks, I had to make sure that no air is passing anywhere under the trampoline, and I had to put bricks around so that it's safe for our chicks. And also I brought in the pot. As you see, it's already hot. At least by this time, as I'm vaccinating my chicks, it will be making the room very hot. So time came in, I had to start vaccinating these baby chicks against Newcastle IB. So here is our vaccine. It's in food flasks because it keeps it cold, and it keeps the ice not to melt, as you see in the video. And see our beautiful chicks, they are here, they are so cute. I can't wait to see them growing because they have good color choices. Guys, my chickens are giving me good breeds and good color mixtures. So I had to first mix the vaccine, as you see in the video, then I start vaccinating. So keep watching and see the steps how I mix the vaccine. So in this vaccine, they put a small injection and 2 water, since the chicks are small. So you get meals, 2 mils, and you put it in the vaccine, that is a bottle with a powder. Then it will pull, the pressure will pull it inside. Then after you get from another second one, also you get the same mils, you put it in the vaccine. Then you had to check it well, make sure that everything dissolves, because the vaccine is in the powder form. So you check it well until you see it is well mixed. Then you get it back into, you remove it from the vaccine bottle and you put in the other all 2 bottles of water, then you start to vaccinate. Make sure that you don't hold your hand on the vaccine down, because it has a small temperature which can affect our vaccine. So as I finished, I had to bring them at one side, then I started to vaccinate. As you put just small, like 1 ml only, so that you can keep the vaccine safe. Here it's not easy at all, guys. This eye is very tiny, and you have to make sure that the vaccine enters nicely in the eye. So as you see, I was really holding it tightly to make sure that the vaccine has entered well. So I try to vaccinate. As you see here, I try to put the 1 drop in one eye of the cheek, then I try to pull it a bit up and down to make the vaccine enters properly, or to confirm that it has entered in the eye, then I drop it down. As I have another supervisor, my daughter, she always check on me when she is not seeing me in the house, so she had to come and see what I'm doing. But you know, here we have always a fight. She wants to hold the chicks, and me, I don't want her to hold the chicks because she can't place it in the fingers. So I had to continue vaccinating, and after vaccinating, I had to come and confirm how many chicks I have, since I had to give more to my client, at least to make them happy, since it's their first time to do this. So I had to add them more 5 at least to make them happy. Then I had to remain with 41 for myself, at least for them, since it's their first time. Sometimes their chicks die, so at least I tried to cover up for them, as I added them 5. So as you see in the video, I had to finish everything. So after finishing the vaccination, I had to start to arrange the glucose, that is the glucose, to give the chicks energy, enough energy. So as you see, I have to read. Guys, make sure you read whatever you are going to give to your chicks, even if it's, even if the drugs, mostly the drugs, and also to check on the expiry dates. So here I read that 5 spoons in 5 liters of water. So I had to mix, then I put in the drinkers, then I take to my brooder before I bring in the chicks. Once the chicks are out of the box, then they start to drink fast for first 3 hours to get enough energy, and also to cleanse their stomach, the intestine, so that no food can get stuck in the intestine. So guys, I had to put in vitamin, and I put it inside then, so that at least the chicks have got what to drink when they come in. So I left a small door for myself, at least I can bend down and I pass. That is the door I made for myself, and the way I divided my brooder. So next week, this side I'm stepping right now, it will be another brooder also. So after making sure that the glucose was inside, then I had to come and I bring in the chicks. So I started to remove all the chicks from the boxes to put them down as the pot is still open, because here by this time when it's open, it's producing too much heat. So guys, this was the awaited long time. So I started to put them down so that they can start their journey in their new home. So I unpacked the chicks and I tried to spread them up, at least so that they don't pack on each other as they get used to their new house. Then I had to go and I step aside as I watch them. What are they going to do? What are they doing? So the strong one, immediately they started to move. Then the weaker one, as you see, maybe they are dizzy, you cannot tell, but they picked up later. So here I came back to add more charcoal again, since the room was still new, so it's overtaking the heat. So every time I have to add in heat until the temperature stabilizes. But some chubby chicks have started moving, as I also don't forget to use a stick to tell them to wake up. So this stick, you tie a plastic bag with a colorful color, so it's the one to help me to tell them wake up, eat food. If they are gathering in one corner, it's the one helping me to remove them, and they move until they find the glucose. So here I have to wait for them to catch up or to pick up on their health for almost 3 hours. So at least here I'm assured that each chick has drunk the glucose and it has enough energy to stay alive, and also at least there is something in the stomach. So some, you see, they can drink, some have started running. Then after the 3 hours, that's when I'll bring in food. By that time, even as we are about to sleep, so at least they started drinking, running, as I also help them to let them know that it's time to eat. As you see them, they're still weak, but they are promising. So here it was almost time, and then I had to introduce food to them, as I helped the weak ones to go next to the drinkers and drink, and also to help them drinking with the syringe. So I had to bring in food. I was surprised they were eating very well. As I kept around for 40 minutes, then it was my time also to go and rest. So guys, here I introduced food. It was almost 10:30 p.m. Ugandan time, and I had to close the door hours and I went to rest also. So guys, if you're here and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and stay tuned as you watch our chickens growing. So I cannot exceed from here. Have a good day, have a good night. May the Lord bless you. Bye bye.